The Vatican has long been shrouded in mystery, with whispered tales of secret orders, clandestine missions, and covert militias operating in the shadows of the Holy See. Among these legends, one of the most intriguing is the rumored existence of the Knights of the Apocalypse, an alleged secret militia within the Catholic Church tasked with protecting sacred relics, safeguarding the faith, and, some claim, preparing for an apocalyptic confrontation between good and evil. While no official records confirm their existence, fragments of historical texts, cryptic Vatican documents, and the accounts of conspiracy theorists paint a picture of an elite warrior order that has worked behind the scenes for centuries, ensuring that relics of immense spiritual power remain out of the hands of those who would misuse them. The origins of the Knights of the Apocalypse, if they indeed existed, are murky at best. Some believe they trace their roots back to the early days of Christianity, when the persecution of believers by the Roman Empire necessitated secretive organizations to protect the faithful and their sacred artifacts. Others argue that the order was a splinter group formed in the wake of the dissolution of the Knights Templar in the early 14th century. The Templars, once the Catholic Church's most powerful and enigmatic military order, were accused of heresy and disbanded by Pope Clement V under pressure from King Philip IV of France. It is said that some surviving Templars took refuge within the Vatican itself, forming a clandestine brotherhood that would later become the Knights of the Apocalypse. Their mission: to guard the Church's most sacred relics, such as the Spear of Longinus, the True Cross, and the Holy Grail, ensuring they would never fall into the hands of the profane. The supposed training and operation of the Knights of the Apocalypse would have been unparalleled in secrecy and intensity. If such an order truly existed, its members would have been selected from the most devout and skilled warriors within the ranks of the Vatican's inner circles, perhaps from the Swiss Guard, the elite force charged with protecting the Pope. These knights would have undergone rigorous theological education, mastering esoteric knowledge of Christianity's most arcane teachings, and intensive combat training that combined medieval martial traditions with modern counterinsurgency techniques. If contemporary reports are to be believed, they would have operated much like the famed assassins of the medieval Islamic world or the legendary Japanese ninja, moving in the shadows, striking swiftly and decisively when called upon to defend the sacred. The secrecy of their existence would have necessitated a complex network of underground safe houses, encrypted communications, and an ability to blend into society without drawing suspicion. Throughout history, there have been strange incidents and unexplained disappearances of relics that some attribute to the intervention of the Knights of the Apocalypse. One such event was the mysterious loss of the True Cross fragment from Constantinople in 1204 during the Fourth Crusade. While conventional history attributes its disappearance to looting by Western Crusaders, some theorists speculate that the Vatican's hidden order spirited it away to ensure it would not be desecrated. Similarly, the 1930s saw the sudden and enigmatic disappearance of a collection of ancient Christian manuscripts from a monastery in Ethiopia, rumored to contain lost gospels and apocalyptic prophecies. Could the Knights have been involved in preventing their contents from reaching the wrong hands? More recently, there have been whispered accounts of Vatican operatives thwarting attempts to steal or expose classified religious artifacts, reinforcing the theory that an elite force is still at work, protecting the Church's most treasured secrets. In modern times, speculation has only grown regarding the possible activities of the Knights of the Apocalypse. As technology advances and new threats emerge, the necessity of such an organization, if it exists, may have expanded beyond safeguarding relics to include cyber warfare, intelligence gathering, and combating ideological threats to the Church. The idea that a secret Vatican militia still operates under the radar has been fueled by various leaks and strange occurrences. For instance, in 2012, a series of classified Vatican documents, later known as Vatileaks, hinted at hidden factions within the church engaged in clandestine activities far removed from the public eye. Could one of these factions be a modern incarnation of the Knights of the Apocalypse, still executing its ancient mission in the digital age? With the rise of artificial intelligence, digital surveillance, and global conflicts, it is plausible that the Order, if real, has evolved to meet the demands of a rapidly changing world. One of the most compelling theories surrounding the Knights is their alleged role in preparing for the prophesied end times. Many branches of Christian eschatology speak of a final battle between the forces of good and evil, often referred to as Armageddon. The Book of Revelation describes a scenario in which demonic forces rise to challenge the faithful, and some believe that a group like the Knights of the Apocalypse would be charged with ensuring the church's survival in such a cataclysmic confrontation. It is even suggested that certain Vatican archives contain texts predicting this battle, and that the Knights' true purpose is to train and prepare for the moment when they will be called upon to defend humanity's last bastion of faith against the forces of darkness. Some theorists even claim that sightings of unidentified military-style individuals near ancient religious sites could be evidence of their presence as they prepare for a prophesied future war that has yet to unfold. Despite the lack of hard evidence, the legend of the Knights of the Apocalypse persists, woven into the fabric of secret society lore and religious conspiracy theories. Whether as protectors of ancient knowledge, guardians of sacred relics, or warriors preparing for an apocalyptic showdown, their story continues to capture the imagination of those who seek to uncover the hidden history of the Vatican. Could it be that the Catholic Church harbors a covert militia, ready to act when the world teeters on the brink of spiritual ruin? Or is this merely a myth born from the fascination with secrecy and the Church's long-standing enigma? If they do exist, what might their next move be? And how have they managed to evade detection for so long? Ultimately, the truth remains elusive. If the Knights of the Apocalypse exist, they have done an impeccable job of concealing themselves from public scrutiny. Yet the persistent rumors and enigmatic traces they have left behind suggest that something, whether fact or fiction, lies beneath the surface. Until definitive proof emerges, the Knights of the Apocalypse will remain one of the Vatican's most tantalizing and enduring mysteries. Whether they are ancient warriors, modern operatives, or merely a fabrication of religious folklore, their legend endures, continuing to fuel curiosity, speculation, and the eternal quest to uncover the hidden truths of the Catholic Church.